Hello. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, January 30th. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? I'm Adam Tilted, your dizzy dude. Thank you for stopping by. If you do me a big favor and share this, it will show up for more people. To make sure you don't miss a future episode, click the option to follow my live videos. I'm really excited because today I'm starting a brand new segment called Getting to Know You. I was thinking, I know so many different kinds of people that I've met through social media, through my life experiences. I realized that we tend to put ourselves in little bubbles. And so I thought, this would be great if I could just introduce some of my interesting friends to you so that you can get to know some people that maybe are different than you are, or maybe find someone that is just like you that you can be friends with. I am really excited to have a good friend of mine, JoAnn Krall, here. Hi, JoAnn. How you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm glad to know I'm one of your interesting people.
Yes. You know what? You've also been a big inspiration to me, I have to say.
Awesome.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. JoAnn, who are you and what do you do?
I'm JoAnn Krall. I am the Sensible Organizer, and I've been a professional organizer for almost 12 years now. It's been about a full year since I took my business fully online. And so what that means is I work with clients virtually through video coaching or through programs. I'm also a mom married to my high school sweetheart, and I have an awesome black lab hound mix.
Oh, that's nice. Married to your high school sweetheart?
I am.
That's awesome. Say hi so we know who you are. Thanks for stopping by. I met JoAnn first on Snapchat. I put together some questions. And these are not maybe your typical interview questions because you have other opportunities for people to learn about your business and all of that stuff. And I really do encourage you all to get to know JoAnn more after this interview, and she'll have a chance to give you that information. Here we go. JoAnn, first thing, what inspires you?
Music, 100%. That's my first inspiration.
Is there a particular type?
Pop. No, I love all music. All music. There's very few genres that I don't enjoy, but as far as people go, inspiring, definitely 100% positive people who spread light. They inspire me every day.
Me too. And I've made that a really prime focus for me this year. I had 2017 ended for me like a train wreck.
I think a lot of people.
Yeah. So I just decided, all right, you know what? I'm taking a hold of 2018, and I'm just going to be positive.
Good.
It's already made a difference. I'm going to do another show.
It's hard to do it all the time, but
yeah. Oh no, I've bit my tongue. Actually, literally. Now this is going to be a fun question for you. Are you organized?
I am organized. If you ask me if I'm neat, no. I'm very much a visual person, and I like to have all my stuff out. So if you were to walk into my home, you wouldn't see showroom perfect all the time. Sometimes it achieves that. But as far as organized, absolutely. I know where everything is. If you open up any cabinet, closet, drawer, all organized. But the surfaces don't always stay that way.
Angela says organized versus neat.
They don't always go hand in hand.
I'm struggling to get more organized. It feels good. My promise to myself to make sure that this was at least somewhat effective is everything has to be moved. Now, if it needs to go back in the same place, that's fine. But it's going to move, and everything's going to get cleaned off, and everything's going to be reevaluated, and I'm going to sit down and pretend like I'm doing my... Because I set up my desk a little differently originally, and now for the production, I needed different things, so...
It looks great. It looks great.
Thank you. I've been working hard. You know, this... is a cookie jar, that apple.
Yep.
I never remember a point in my life where I didn't have that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so, and which is doubly cool because my dad's house burned down after I moved out, and so I don't have very many things from my childhood. But
but you have that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, we've got some comments. Let's check this out. Mia says, JoAnn is the neat queen.
And just as you said it, it was at 11:11. Is that Mia Voss? I have to go into my...
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
11:11, Mia. Frank Stonehouse. Frank Stonehouse says, I'm right brain, so left brain functions like organization and linear thinking are challenging for me. Any tips for we righties?
Any tips for right brain? Is that? Oh, yeah. I always go back to this. The biggest thing is you got to simplify and you have to reduce, whether it's physical clutter, mental clutter, your schedule. The less you have to deal with, the easier it's going to be for anybody, on any level.
I've seen you do a broadcast on this, actually.
Frank, I talk about it all the time, like a broken record.
Frank, I'm going to ask JoAnn if she'll come back after the show's over and she can reply to your comment and give you some of the information that she's put out there because it's really good.
Thank you.
Okay, and Angela loves the red phone. Thanks, Angela. I love the red phone, too. It actually used to work. Next question. You can have a superpower for 24 hours. What would you pick?
I think flying. Probably flying. I dream a lot about flying. So I think that would be very peaceful and just to be able to, go far and,
Where would
flying,
you go?
For sure.
You only have 24 hours.
I don't know. 24 hours. Well, it depends on how fast I could fly. I pretty much visit all my friends all over the world, as many as I could possibly do. Especially the ones farther away, because typically you wouldn't be able to see them.
Get out to New Zealand and Australia, South Africa. Yeah. Okay, next question. You can learn the answer to one mystery. Which one would you pick? The
one that baffles me the most, and I think and I'm starting to think about it, I get aggravated. It's right up your alley because it's about space. So what freaks me out is when I think of infinity, because infinity has to stop somewhere, right? So you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so, you've got the universe and then that's in, maybe another universe and another, where does it end? That, if I could fully understand.
You want to understand the physical nature of the universe.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
Let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have you on again.
People have been trying for years.
I'll have you on again. We'll see how many views I get. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for joining us. And by the way, just a reminder, please share this and love it. I don't know if you know, Facebook's changed a bunch of stuff, and commenting and sharing and loving make it more likely that my video will show up in my friend's timeline. I'm not even talking about reaching people that aren't my friends, but even just for my friends to see it, I need you guys that are watching to share it and like it and comment. And you're doing a great job. Thank you. Next question. How do you cope with stress?
Music, again. Very loud.
Loud. Interesting.
Yeah, I like it loud.
You like to just bang it out?
Yeah. Regardless of whether it's, rock, classical, heavy metal,
just like
anything.
The loud volume, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Drowns everything out, right?
Angela is mocking you.
She's mocking me?
Loud? You?
She doesn't buy it, does she? Oh, yeah.
Next question. What have you learned lately?
I've learned a lot. I mean, I learn something new every day, but I'm trying to think of something profound, really. I mean,
it doesn't have to be profound. I think you're thinking too hard.
Learn something new every day. I'm thinking that I might have to come back to you on that.
All right, we'll come back to that one. What would you do with $1 million? $1
million.
Doesn't go far these days, but
no, I'd probably donate a big chunk of it. I'd probably just give it to my kids. Is that bad? I mean,
no, that's not bad.
I feel like obviously paying for school and paying for, a startup. I don't need a new car. Maybe renovate my house for sure. And charity, obviously.
What if you had $10 million?
Well, I would just escape to an island somewhere and never come back. Just play on Snapchat all day.
Right. You're working from your own private island with a high-speed broadband fiber optic.
Yeah, I would, because I wouldn't stop working because I'd go insane if I did that. But yeah.
Yeah, I kind of assume that about you. I'm the same way.
I like helping people.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I'd want to stop that. You got to keep your brain going, keep your knowledge.
Oh, absolutely.
I would definitely travel with the $1 million too, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Of course, that's a given.
What would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Stop worrying. Big one for me.
Stop worrying.
I've been a
worrier.
probably.
You were a worrier?
I am, and I was. I'm less so now, but I spent a lot of years doing that.
Yeah.
Learning to let it go. No, 20 years is a long time ago, remember?
Yeah, I know.
20 years
When
ago.
I wrote that question, I realized how old I was.
I was looking at something and I went, oh my God, that was like half a lifetime ago. Ooh.
I know. Well, I realized that the kids that are graduating high school and starting college, they have no concept of what the country and the world were like before September 11th, 2001.
Yeah.
For those of us that do, it feels way different. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's kind of a before after moment in our culture. And I realized that they don't have that reference, I guess. And I think that explains a lot of the differences that they have in their attitudes and their views of the world. Grown up being scrutinized. We had a period of our life where we had a lot of privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God there was no Snapchat when I was in college.
Yeah, they definitely don't have that. I mean, there's the benefits of it all, but when you think back, you're like, yeah. None of my life was recorded prior to,
exactly.
certain date.
And it might be better that way. Desmond says hi. Hi, Des.
Hi, Des.
JoAnn, thank you so much for letting us get to know you today.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to think on your question. I'm going to come up with something interesting that I've learned, because when you're learning so much all the time, you're like, ooh.
If JoAnn, if people want to contact you, connect with you, get to know you better, or follow up on any of the things that we said today, what are some ways they can do that?
I just direct everybody to my website, JoAnnKrall.com. There's no E on JoAnn. And you can find all my social links there.
Excellent.
And I'm pretty much JoAnn Krall on most of my social accounts. Yeah.
And I've noticed that you've been doing some Periscopes lately.
I've been trying to do more Facebook Lives too. I mean, I won't.
Great. Well, I really enjoy them. I've got a notification set up so I know when you're live, and I try to watch them whenever I can.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make Wednesdays my live stream day, but
I tried to do this. I just can't get. I'm not to that point yet. Maybe in the future I can, but right now I try to go live 3 times a week. And I'm trying to do a podcast. I have a podcast, Thoughts from a Dizzy Dude. It's in iTunes.
It is?
So cool.
I gotta subscribe.
That was
awesome.
So cool. Like it's all the the podcasts, and one of them is my face, and it says Thoughts. I was like, ah! It was exciting.
I've arrived.
I mean, all you got to do is go into Anchor and say make podcast. It's not like it's a big deal, but it is cool. It gave me a brief sense of accomplishment.
That's awesome. You definitely have the voice and the personality for it, so keep people engaged.
I appreciate it. And the podcast is going to be once a week and tips and tricks. So the first episode was tips and tricks on how to be a better public speaker. So I just gave, I think there were 4 or 5 tips. Just real quick, I think the whole episode,
I need that.
A lot of people do. And that's one of my missions in life, along with promoting the needs of people with disabilities and promoting math and science, is I want to help people be more comfortable speaking in public, because it's a skill, and it's something that you need to learn. Yeah. You have to learn how to do it.
It's natural, and I enjoy it, and I don't have any fear. And I think I do much better speaking in person in front of an audience than I do sometimes on video, because I pause too much on the video. Because when you're just staring at that camera, it's not the same as getting a reaction from someone's face.
Thing going like me too. So when you're in front of an audience, you are getting that feedback just from the vibe of the room. I'm the same way.
Right. Yeah. So it's a lot easier for me to speak and not do the ums and the ahs and the, you know what I mean, that I do when I'm sitting here talking to the camera. But it's just a learning.
I go back. This is a reminder to the audience as well. I go back later and edit these just to cut out the pauses and sound checks and the ums and the awkwardness. And then I post them on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/AdamTilted.
Did you get up to the subscribers?
Yes,
So that
yes,
now you
I got
have
my custom URL. YouTube.com/C for channel, I guess, or coolness.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
/Adam Tilton. And one last thing. I knew there was one more thing. If you find my shows interesting, someone's angry, that's okay. If I don't mind making people angry. If you love it, not only do I need you to share it and comment, but I also need some sponsors. I am going to set specific goals for things that I need to pay for in order to continue to bring you high quality content. For example, the first thing that I need is a better microphone, because this is what I got. This is my microphone from Rock Band 2.
Is it really? Are you joking?
It is. No, it
is.
Seriously is.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
This is from something that broke. And this is like the most awesome selfie stick tripod thing. But I just got this all balanced and hanging by a thread. If I hit the table just the right way, everything's going to collapse. So I want a new microphone. Need a couple $100 for that. I will put on Patreon what my goal is, and you guys can help by contributing whatever you can. Seriously, every little bit helps. I have caught myself thinking, well, is it really worth like doing it for $1? Yes, it is. Trust me, it is. Because if everyone gave $1, by the time a week goes by, I would have enough money to buy the microphone. So anyway, patreon.com/Adam Tilted. I'm your dizzy dude. Until we meet again, don't forget to look up. Bye.